Hey, what's up, guys? You're here with the Big Dog Soccer Crew, Goran, Kirk, and Jack. Thank you for joining us. It's Sunday. It's May the 5th. No, May the 4th. It's Star Wars Day, I suppose. For those of you who know about the Star Wars Day, May the 4th.
Yeah, may the
That's
fourth
uh,
be with you.
that's fun. Hopefully the force will be with us for our free picks that we have for you guys. 20 games to talk about. Actually, 19 games. I believe I removed one of the games. That really has nothing to do with the standings or whatever, but still a lot of games, guys, and we definitely appreciate you tuning in. So give us a like, subscribe, and of course leave us a comment on any of these soccer videos as well. Let us know what you're taking, and check out our premium picks on the pickdawgz.com website, or simply by clicking the links in the description of this video. Now, let's get this show on the road. A few EPL games that we have on the schedule. We have Brentford and United. Kirk, United made it clear that they are putting it all on the Europa League, which, if they win it, they should qualify. They will qualify for the Champions League. Uh, they're coming off of a 3-0 win against Bilbao on the road. But this is the competition they don't really care about anymore. Do you see there's a Brentford chance in that?
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep my Man U talk to the Europa League. Um, but I don't think they keep two clean sheets in a row, and I don't think Brentford keep Man U out of scoring as well. So both teams to score.
Yeah, Brentford coming off of a 2-0 win against Nottingham Forest on the road, but I believe that had more to do with Nottingham Forest being unable to score or create a decent chance in that game. As far as this one goes, I'm taking Brentford over 6 corners at -111. I think that they'll be putting a lot of pressure on United's defense. I think that they'll take quite a few shots, which should get them at least 6 corners in this game, Jack.
Yeah, look, Brentford just look really hungry. The Forest game looked really good. Other than Forest looked bad, but Brentford also did pretty well. And again, it's just one of those spots where United have a big game in a week, don't really have anything to play for at all on Sunday. So yeah, I'm taking the under here. I think Brentford, they're good enough for a goal. United are usually good enough for a goal. I just don't really think United are going to be that interested in the game. So, maybe it could be a 2-0 Brentford for all I care, as long as it stays under 2.5.
Now, Brighton and Newcastle. Brighton, even though they're coming off of a win, I'm not really ready to put my money on them, especially when Newcastle is trying to secure that Champions League spot, and they're now third with 62 points, which is 2 points more than Nottingham Forest has in sixth place, which is the Europa League spot. Brighton, I mean, they could technically get to the Conference League, but they're just not playing that well. So I'm gonna keep this one simple, Kirk. I'm taking Newcastle on the money line +132.
Yeah, don't love the game, but take Newcastle.
Jack.
Yeah, again, it's Newcastle who are second in first half records this season. Also, the only team that have won more first halves than Newcastle. So I think they can. I think they can beat up Brighton here. Although Brighton across the season they have been pretty good at home, and I guess technically they will be pushing for Europe. Although it is probably unlikely that they get it. And Newcastle need to solidify UCL. So give me Newcastle halftime, full time here for the +300. I think it's a crazy price.
West Ham and Tottenham, Jack.
West Ham, please. Tottenham aren't playing
Uh,
any good players here.
yeah. Well, even though they're coming with a 2-goal lead into the second leg of the Europa League, they are going on the road in that game. So I don't know. We have to be careful with them. I will also take West Ham on the money line here at +110, Kirk.
Tottenham don't have any good players. You meant to say, not that they aren't playing any. They don't
What
have
happened?
any.
What happened to your boy Tell? Hold on.
They don't play him enough for him to show his starling attributes. But so maybe he'll play in this game and show everyone. So I like both teams scoring over though. I don't know, 2-1 either way, 2-2.
Now, Kirk, we have Chelsea and Liverpool. The biggest game of the day in the EPL. We know that Liverpool secured the title. And by the way, guys, I was paid by Jack. So there you go. That's another bet in my pockets. Chelsea trying to secure the Champions League spot. And even if they win the Conference League, Kirk, I believe that this game is more important to them. It's a big derby. They're trying to secure the Champions League rather than go to the Europa League through the Conference League. How do you see this one go?
Yeah, it's not like Liverpool players died or anything. I don't know
No,
why.
no, but yeah,
I don't know why they're plus 220, 250. I mean, they're still going.
Schlott had his press conference yesterday or early this afternoon. He said he's rotating. He's completely rotating. So I guess
Doesn't
the
matter.
bookies have reacted.
Doesn't matter. Guys like Chiesa, guys that don't Jota, they're still quality
Oh no, I
dudes.
agree. I think it's just a question. Have the books overreacted to this rotation comment? And I guess in your book, you'd say, yeah, they have, right?
Correct.
There you go.
what's your pick then, Kirk?
The overreaction.
Liverpool on the double chess, I see.
Correct.
What about you, Jack?
Yeah, I've Salah to score assist. He has such a good record against his former team.
So he's
And
not
he
getting
plays.
rotated.
He's playing for sure. He 100%
Well, if
plays.
anyone's playing for sure, it's Salah who's playing for
It's Salah.
sure.
The
That's the
rest of
one
the
guy.
team, maybe Salah gets 60, maybe, but I have him to score assist here. So if he's starting the game, he's playing 60 minutes minimum. So again, just tick the box which states void if he doesn't start. He has such a good record against Chelsea. It's insane. So the hit rate on this is like 80%. So you're getting the price of minus 110. You don't have to be a mathematician, Wiz, to do the math on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with over 4 cards in this one, minus 130. I think that Chelsea could get a little bit chippy in this game if they concede an early goal, and that is potentially the case because they're not that good of a defensive team. Uh, I don't know. Maybe they do some rotations as well, some light rotations, I suppose. Maybe none of the big guys. Not all of the big players will be on the bench, but at least a couple maybe. That should make those players who are playing a little bit less, maybe I guess a bit too eager to prove themselves. So I'm taking over 4 cards. Off to La Liga, Kirk. Sorry, that was a real Balkan R for myself here. Real Madrid and Celta Vigo, Kirk.
Real sucks. Celta sucks. Celta plus 1.5.
Yeah, I don't mind that pick. I think this could be a 2-1, maybe 3-2 or something like that because we know Celta scoring a lot of goals, Jack. I'm taking both teams to score an over 2.5, minus 130. And we know that, 2 or 3 guys from Real Madrid got suspended. I believe that suspension is kicking off right away, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, it should be. It was absolutely disgusting what Vinny and crybaby Vinny and Rudiger did. It's disgusting. But I know some Real
Fine.
Madrid,
Fine.
fans are gonna get like a bit upset about this. But Real Madrid are like the prime team to cry when things aren't going their way. I've never seen a team refuse to confirm whether they're going to show up for a game because of some official decisions didn't go their way.
And to be
It's not a
honest, the
recent
ref
thing.
didn't make a single mistake in that game. Not a single mistake.
No,
There were a
it's
couple. There were a couple,
you.
but
The problem is the
Well,
whole route of Real Madrid, and it has been for years, is when things aren't going your way, all the toys come out the pram, the fans start bashing the fans, then the officials. I'm sorry, excuse my language. It's a shit show. Real Madrid fan base and team right now, it's disgusting. From the players
yeah.
all the way to the fans.
well,
Give me the under three.
Ancelotti's just lost his whole team.
Give me the
Yeah,
under 3.5. The
well,
only
he's
reason
gone
Yeah, that's
until
why
the
he's
end of
leaving because he
at the
can't
end.
control
Yeah.
bums like Vinny.
Yeah. It is, well, I mean, it's what happens when you give people like Mbappe contracts, ridiculous contracts at as young as he is. But give me the under 3.5 here. Real Madrid, they just can't score a lot of goals. They won. They beat Alaves 1-0. They scored one against Arsenal. They scored one against Bilbao. They scored one against Getafe. The only reason if this goes over, it's going to be because of Celta. So take the under 3.5.
Now, in the next game, we have Sevilla and Leganes. Are we all in agreement about this game? I'm not quite sure. Well, actually, we are not. Kirk, Jack is going against us in this game. Give us your reasoning here, Jack.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were waiting for Kirk.
Well, I was, but he's not in the mood to
Oh,
talk about this game, I guess.
okay. I just think the Gunners are really trying to fight their way out of relegation right now. And for me, Sevilla, they're not consistent enough to put my money with.
And Leganes is.
I
They
think
do have 3 out of 4 draws,
they
but
scraped the
it's
draw against Girona. They scraped the draw against Mallorca. They gave Barca a good game with a 1-0. And yeah, I actually first of all looked at +1.5 for the Gunners, but it was like -300. So I'll just take the double chance. It's plus money, and I can't trust Sevilla, who have lost 5 out of the last 6.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go the other way because we have two bad teams right now, and I think Sevilla at home is better than Leganes is on the road simply because of that. So I'm taking Sevilla on the money line -127. Kirk, you got anything else to add?
nope.
Espanyol Betis, Kirk. What do you think about this one?
Betis, how do you go against them?
Yeah, but then again, they are playing in Europe the second leg on the road against Fiorentina next week with only one goal
Oh,
advantage. Only
oh,
one.
against that shit team,
I
against
know,
that
I
shit
know, I
team.
know.
I mean, uh, I'm trying to keep this video short, but if you're bringing up that Fiorentina has any chance, I mean, this video could be as long as I don't even know what. So Betis for me.
Well, we still have Fiorentina to talk about
When
later on in the same video.
well,
So,
I'm going against them, and all of us are because they suck.
so Kirk is taking Betis on the money line. I'm gonna go with both teams to score in over 2.5, simply because it's +161. I mean, I think Espanyol, they failed to score against Villarreal last week, which brought Kirk another win in the Survivor. But I think they score against Betis at home. I think that Betis will rotate a few players in this game, Jack.
I can't really grasp as to why Betis are like approaching +150 now. I put my pick in after Kirk, and I guess the odds must have even extended even further between him putting it in and me. Betis are 1 point off Champions League. Yes, they have that game in the week, but this is Espanyol, and Betis come into this game off 3 straight wins. Espanyol come into it on 2 straight losses. I don't know. Even if it's 1-0, I still get paid. So yeah, give me Betis.
Now, Kirk, two of your favorite teams, Sociedad and Bilbao.
Scream 0-0-1-1.
Or a 1-0 win for Sociedad. Something like that,
It
probably.
won't be. It won't be.
Why?
If any team wins, it's gonna be Bilbao. But I don't think either team wins.
I'm not sure Bilbao cares that much about this game.
Oh, here we go. Let's have the first ever 3-way bet. We each have $20 on our outcome.
I'll take it.
You would. You're the favorite shit. I'll do it. I'll do it for the vibes.
All right, so I'm getting
So the
40
winner
from you
gets
guys.
40.
I'm
Okay.
getting 40 on Sunday. All right, sounds good.
This is a Sociedad team that just lost to Alaves.
Yeah, and
I don't
Bilbao,
know.
who
I
just
don't
lost
know.
to United 3-0 at home.
Yeah, it's not great. It's an off night, but you've got to look at however many wins it was before that. They beat Las Palmas. They came close with Madrid. They beat Rangers. Didn't concede. They beat Rayo,
I
and they
think there
still
has
don't.
to be a rule. Every time we have all 3 outcomes, it automatically has to be a $20 bet.
If it's
You know
premium,
what?
yes. If it's premium,
That would
yes.
be a good.
What do you mean
I
premium?
Well, if it's a premium, these are only my free plays. I'm
Well,
not saying
yeah.
I'm not saying I love this play where I want to put loads of money on. Yeah.
Okay.
No, but yeah, I'm fine with the bet in this one, guys. It's $20 each. We'll see who gets a win out of this one. Off to Bundesliga, Kirk, Augsburg, and Kiel. Kiel, I don't know. Let's see where they are on the standings. They are
There.
sitting, what,
17th.
17th with 22 points. They are 3 points away from Heidenheim and that promotion relegation playoff spot. Augsburg safe, fairly solid season for them, sitting in the middle of the table. Do you see Kiel scoring another 4 goals after they scored 4 against Gladbach last week?
Potentially. I have them to score. I don't know how many they score. I don't need them to score 4. But I think Augsburg, there's no question they're going to score at home. I mean, both teams to score here is like, it seems too free.
You agree, Jack?
100%. I think if Kiel get relegated this season, it's their defense that's to blame because they've actually scored first in a lot of games this season, and they've lost or drew. So yeah, it's not great for Kiel. I mean, the offense can only score, and then they're under pressure because the defense can't keep the ball out of the net. It's a perfect spot for both teams to score.
I'll just take Augsburg on the money line. I mean, I could see both teams scoring in this one easily. There's potentially a good spot for Kiel to get going even more than they are right now after those 4 scored goals. Can Augsburg win this game? I think they can. So I'm going to take Augsburg on the money line. Freiburg and Leverkusen. Jack, Freiburg at the moment sitting in that Champions League spot in Bundesliga. They are on a 3-game winning streak, if I'm not mistaken. But Leverkusen also got a win and also kept a clean sheet last week. How do you see this one?
Damn,
Well,
if Jack had Freiburg, it would have been another automatic bet.
it's not automatic. I told you already.
It is. We made the rule. Majority
we
rule,
did not. We did not.
66.6 repeating.
I fear for Leverkusen's motivation in this game. Obviously, now they've got Champions League secured. Their recent 3 games, I mean, they drew to Union, drew to St. Pauli, and now Freiburg, as you said, Goran, come into this game with 3 wins. And Leipzig probably lose to Bayern, right? Who are 2 points behind them. So Freiburg actually sit in that final Champions League spot. I'm just going to take Freiburg on a double chance. They'll take the draw here, as I said, because they probably are expecting Leipzig to lose. So the draw here puts them 3 ahead. So yeah.
What are your thoughts about this one, Kirk?
This is a terrible matchup for Freiburg. Dortmund's going to make the Champions League simply because Leverkusen's going to win this game. And there's very few spots I would go against Freiburg at home, but this has to be one. Leverkusen have been the better team. And this matchup, it's just Freiburg just can't really play that style of football that Leverkusen does. They can't really sit back and defend for too many spells and periods of time. It just, I just don't see it. Leverkusen for me.
And I will split this one down the middle. I'll take the draw plus 245. I think this could potentially be a very boring and a one-sided game. The only question is, can this Leverkusen team actually score an early goal to kind of get the job done and maybe relieve the pressure? We know that they have been struggling with that. If Freiburg will be able to defend a little bit more firmly and stay solid, I think they could get a draw out of this one.
It's an exciting finish for Champions League, by the way, in Bundesliga because Freiburg play
It's a very
Leverkusen this
exciting.
week. Dortmund play Leverkusen next week. So yeah, Kirk's right. If Freiburg lose this game, perfect window of opportunity for Dortmund, but they got to win next weekend too.
Yeah. Now, Kirk, what about this one? Mainz and Eintracht. We know that Mainz was in the play for the Champions League. I mean, they still are technically. They're 4 points away from the Champions League spot, but their form has been dropping like a lot.
Yeah, they haven't won a game in 5 games. Which
Yeah.
is why this is a really hard game because Mainz is favored in this game. So I'm just going with the over 2.5. Eintracht wins this game. They're in Champions League. I mean, it's very unlikely they don't get it. Like very, very unlikely. But I don't know. I'm just gonna go with the over here. If I see these two teams, I think Mainz has to start scoring goals at some point. Frankfurt's been scoring about 2 goals a game, so over for me. Definitely not betting this game though. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, mathematically, it's still possible for Eintracht to drop so far down to not get into the Champions League, but they would need to lose every single game for the rest of the season. And given their form, that's just hard to imagine. I'm gonna go with the first half draw in this, so plus 142. I don't think that Mainz will be too eager to push early in this game. Maybe around 60th minute or something like that. Well, if they concede an early goal, it could potentially open up earlier, but I don't know. I think that whatever's going to happen in this game, Jack, it's going to be in the second half.
Yeah, it's an interesting one here because Mainz are unbeaten in their last 11 home games or wherever it is. If I'm remembering correctly. But they actually, funnily enough, have only won 3 of their last 11 home games as favourite. So they're drawing too many games at home. So I'm going to take the draw here. I think Frankfurt will be more than happy with a point. Basically, if they get a point here, it means if they aren't to get Champions League, it has to be on goal difference because they'll technically be tied with Dortmund, who they would sit 6 points ahead of. So yeah, draw for me.
That's it for Bundesliga, guys. We are off to Serie A, where the first game is between Empoli and Lazio. And, well, this is the one where I think all three of us agree on pretty much the outcome. Kirk and I have Lazio on the money line, minus 120, minus 125. Jack, you're taking this step further.
Yeah. Again, just another really nice spot for betting perspective here. Just trying to push the money a bit more, trying to push the value. Empoli, they just don't start games quick enough. They've only been ahead at half time in only 1 of 18 home games this season, which tells me, well, if you're looking to make like a crazy Goran parlay with a load of minus 500s, I guess Lazio double chance in the first half is a nice parlay piece.
And I mean, Kirk, Empoli is fighting to stay out of the relegation zone, and they're fairly close. But Lazio is fighting for the Champions League spot, so they will definitely go for it in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I'll never be betting this game simply because Lazio are terrible. But if I had to bet it, I would bet Lazio. Actually, if I had to bet it, I would rather. I don't even know. I'd rather pay not to bet this game. I'd rather already lose the bet than actually bet it.
that's a that's an interesting concept. Monza and Atalanta, Kirk.
I mean, this is Atalanta minus 1.5. Atalanta first half. Atalanta.
Yeah, Monza is just trash. There's a reason why they're plus 1,000 underdogs at home. They're done. They're getting relegated. There's no hope for them. There hasn't been any hope for them since probably the season started. Atalanta still trying to secure that Champions League spot, so I'm taking Atalanta to win 2-0, minus 105, Jack.
Yeah, I could vouch for pretty much every single Atalanta play here. Atalanta to nil, Atalanta, both halves. I just like them on the minus 1.5. They're going to beat up on Monza here.
Kirk, here's your favorite team, your second favorite team, Fiorentina, playing on the road against the Roma.
I mean, I'm going to take Fiorentina here. No, I mean,
That would be funny if you took Fiorentina.
I won't actually be betting this game myself, strictly because it's a little bit too juice for me. Roma on the money line, and when you think about it, these teams play somewhat similar. It could be a draw, but they're just Fiorentina sucks. So Roma.
I mean, Roma's playing pretty well. and they're also fighting for the Champions League. So I think this one has to go to Roma, with Fiorentina playing against Betis at home next week in the Europe, actually the Conference League, which I don't think that they can get anything out of that game. I think that Roma wins this one, Jack.
Yeah, Ranieri is really giving it a good farewell tour. I mean, Roma at home across the season, they're the second highest scoring team in Serie A. Fiorentina right now, I mean, they're licking their wounds a bit, aren't they, from that Betis result? And they're looking at the Thursday game to try and win at home. So there's no other option here other than Roma for me.
Now, the last game is Serie A, Jack, is Bologna and Juventus. Juventus, quite heavy underdogs on the road in this game. And definitely, I mean, I understand why, because Bologna has been playing really well. But these two teams are pretty much direct competitors for the Champions League spot. Juventus is fourth, Bologna is fifth, only 1 point difference. But I don't know, this screams like a nil-nil draw or something like that.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Well, it certainly screams draw, whether it's 0-0 or 1-1. These are just two teams that are so horrible to bet for because they draw so many games. And the draw is the money line killer. Barely anyone bets draws anymore. So I'm going to try and catch it. I'm going to try and catch the books where it hurts. Give me the draw here. This is a 1-1-0-0 written all over.
Now, Kirk, what are your train of thoughts for your both teams to score in this game?
Juve know that they need to get at least a point out of this game. It's a win for them. I don't think they can keep Bologna scoreless right now. Bologna is just scoring a lot against good teams. I mean, maybe not a lot, but they're scoring enough to get themselves into the position they're in. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's two teams in the world when they play each other that scream more of a draw. I agree with you guys on the draw. I mean, I've been thinking about it. I can't think of another matchup that screams
No.
draw more than these two teams. I mean, maybe you get like a, I don't even know. I have no idea.
And again, the craziest thing is, it's like
Maybe you get like a Sociedad Bilbao. I think that's another one.
they've combined for
Yeah.
27 draws this season.
Yeah.
You exchange some of them draws for losses and wins. The table's looking so much different. It really
Maybe
is.
Getafe Espanyol. That seems like a 0-0 draw written all
Like,
over it.
maybe Girona in
And
there.
I'm actually quite surprised that we are getting it at plus 210. I was expecting around plus 200, plus 190 or something like that on the draw here. So I don't know, maybe that's going to go down as we approach the game time. But as of right now, I'm on the draw in this one. The last four games are in the French League One, guys, that we have. And those are some interesting ones. We have Nantes and Angers. Nantes trying to secure their League One status for next season. At the moment, they are above the relegation zone, 32 points, with Angers behind them with 30 points. Kirk, uh, it looks like both of these teams are good enough to secure their League One status. But do you see either team getting the edge in this one?
There's only one team you can bet on here. The hottest team in the world. Two straight draws. I mean, given their season form, it's unbelievable what they've been able to do. Unbelievable. It's 5 points all our last four games. I mean, who does it better than Nantes? Who does it better than Nantes? I don't know. They're gonna say bye bye to that relegation race. Take all 3 points. Leave Angers in the dust. Leave Le Havre. Leave Saint Etienne, and say welcome League One again next year.
I actually think we're going to see a split of points in this one. I think each team gets one. Nantes has two draws in a row at home in their last two games. I think this is going to be the third one. So I'm taking the draw at plus 240, Jack.
Yeah, there are 18 teams in the French league. In terms of over or under 2.5, Angers sits 17th in the league. That's in favour of the under. They've had 21 games go under 2.5. Nantes sit 15th in the league with 17 games under 2.5. So yeah, this is an under all day for me.
Now, Kirk, what about this next game? We have another one of your favorites. We have Auxerre and Le Havre playing. That they are playing on the road, and they absolutely need a win out of this game. Right now, they are in that promotion relegation playoff spot, but Saint Etienne is right behind them with only 1 point less.
Yeah. Angers going down. One of
And
Le
yeah, they get
Havre,
there.
one
Right.
of Le Havre or Saint Etienne are going to stay up. I don't think it happens in this game, though. Auxerre, they've actually been pretty good. My boys over in Havre haven't been that good. I don't think their fate changes here. Auxerre, plus money, kind of. Not where I want to be, but kind of where I have to be.
I'm gonna take the over in this one. Over 2.5 minus 123, just because uh Le Havre has to attack. They just really can't sit back. I mean, even if they get a point out of this game, I'm not sure it's gonna be enough for them. So I'm taking the over 2.5, Jack.
Yeah, they have much better on the road than they are at home for some weird reason, but I have to go with Auxerre here. I have to. It's. I think there's a clear difference between the sides. I'm pretty sure the league is kind of set where it is now. From certainly in relegation, Montpellier obviously they're down already. They finish 18th. Saint Etienne probably gone. The Havre make up the numbers. So yeah,
You're
give me
forgetting
Auxerre.
that Angers going down.
They're not.
I guess we have a couple more weeks or so to see what's gonna happen in the French League One. Off next, guys, we have Lyon and Lens. This is a spot where I'm willing to take Lyon. After getting knocked out of the Europa League by United, they had another sloppy result last week. If I'm not, no, actually, they did get a win last week. They won 3 of their last 4. But they need another one here for that Champions League spot. They're sitting a point below it. And this is a very good spot for them, in my opinion. I'm taking Lyon on the money line, Jack.
Yeah, I don't really know the train of thought as to why I didn't take Lyon to nil. I really don't know. Both teams to score equals 9. I guess I'm scared of the 0-0, although Montpellier probably concede a goal. So look, I think me and Kirk would probably both say it's
Lens
Montpellier.
probably conceded a
Lons,
goal, you mean?
sorry,
You
Lons.
got Marseille in this game. You got Montpellier in this
Sorry,
game.
I'm already sorry. Yeah, Lons probably don't concede, probably don't score here. Uh, I guess I could vouch for both, but my free pick is both teams to score equals 9.
Kirk?
Lons pulled the West Ham last weekend. I mean, they just got battered everywhere they went last weekend on that pitch. I
No, I
mean, it
actually
was,
know why I
They
took it.
at home. At home.
yeah, so it's a decent bounce back spot, honestly. With no expectations, you're expected to lose this game. I personally wouldn't be shocked if this is a 1-0 win for Lons, but with most people, it's probably a 1-0 victory, 2-0 Lyon. Maybe it's 0-0. I just think the value here on both teams to score no is way too good to pass up.
Lons, I know why I took it now. It's because Lons' games, only one of the last 7 have seen both teams score. So I'm riding that stat.
Well, there you have it, guys. And now off to the last game, the biggest game in the French League One of the day is between Lille and Marseille. Now, Lille sitting in what? Third? Yes, and Marseille sitting in second with 2 points more. Of course, the title race is over, but the Champions League race is still on. These two teams, as of right now, are sitting in that Champions League spot. I mean, I don't think that either team will be too happy with the draw, especially Lille, who are playing at home against Marseille, who are not that good on the road, Kirk. I'm going to take over 4.5 cards in this one just because I think this is going to be an all out war between these two teams.
Yeah, I don't really know what to think about this game. I think this is a really tough one to call. That's why I'll go with the draw.
Jack?
Yeah, Lille are only one of 2 teams in the league to score in every home game. So that's half of the both teams to score hit. Just got to worry about Marseille now. Now I've said that, they're probably not going to go and score, are they? But Marseille, Marseille, they're good enough for a goal, right? Surely.
I
Both
think
teams
I'm the
score.
best Marseille capper in the world.
You really think so?
I predicted their downfall. Then the 1 week they decided to come back and win. They won me Survivor. I think I understand this team like crazy.
Downfall. They're sitting in second though. Come on.
Yeah, but they lost 3 or 4 at one point. And I said, you can go back to the videos.
I do remember.
I could have had the title a lot closer than it is, though, if not for that streak of bad games they had.
The crazy thing is, like Marseille have lost 9 games this season, which is more than Lille, more than Monaco, more than Nice, more than Strasbourg. But they haven't
just don't
drawn
draw.
barely any games. There you go.
Yeah.
Marseille showing how to do it.
Same with Montpellier. 4 draws.
And 23 losses.
They're showing how to do it. What was I gonna say?
You got a Pauk pick today?
Jailwood's going to Liverpool. You see that rumor?
Who?
No,
Jailwood's going
there's
to
no way they signed
Liverpool next year.
He
He's
would never.
gonna-
Nobody,
He would not
nobody in the
accept the
EPL is
deal.
going to sign him.
Well, they
And
should.
he would not even step foot back in England. He would not step foot back in England. There is no.
You want a
Yeah.
Pauk pick? Let me just give you some.
Pauk
Let me
pick,
just buy you guys a house real quick. Let me just
Haven't heard a power pick in a while. Let's get one, eh?
Where is he? There he is.
People are tapping their phones right now. Fast forward 10 seconds.
Is that gonna be a parlay?
Has
No,
he given a pick yet? Fast forward 10 seconds.
It's where is he? Oh, there he is. Grimaldo, first goal scorer on a free kick. Free kick goal from Grimaldo, first goal scorer. There you go.
That's a I don't know, a double paw pick. Not even a double. That's a triple paw pick.
I don't think anything will ever.
What's the plus money?
I don't know. I couldn't even find the free kick. I'm just adding it in there. First goal scorer is plus 1100, which basically they're expecting it at that low value.
Yeah, right.
That value.
Oh my god. Well, that's it, guys, for this video. Thank you for joining us. We do have a few games on Monday. You'll be able to get those free picks up on the PickDawgz YouTube channel. And once again, it's going to be a Champions League week. We have the second legs where Kirk is going to lose some more money on the Champions League. He's going to lose some more money in the Europa League as well.
It's funny how none of you wanted to bet me Arsenal versus PSG. That's funny.
Well, yeah.
Well, because we have a bet going on.
Huh?
Made the right decision.
Put your money where your mouth is.
That's it, everyone. Enjoy your day, and we'll see you soon.